The Day Before is a highly anticipated upcoming open world MMO where you'll be scavenging through a post-apocalyptic world filled with hungry zombies and bloodthirsty survivors. The game has gotten a lot of attention and hype because of its insane graphics with the brand new Unreal Engine 5. However, after some recent events, it may have just all been fugazi. Now you might be wondering, how did they fake this game, or why are they faking it, what exactly do they get out of it, so let me explain. I recently mentioned the game on my top 5 upcoming horror games video, and with further digging found that the game is actually very suspicious. Let's take a look at the timeline of the game so we could see what led people to believing that the game is fake. Back in 2021, on January 29th, fntastic announced The Day Before with a 5-minute trailer, fntastic being the developers for the game. This 5-minute, highly cinematic, and just outstanding presentation began to gain traction from gamers everywhere as it would become the most wishlisted game on the Steam market. I personally remember thinking, wow, we're actually getting a very realistic Walking Dead vibe-ish game, it's really cool. 2 years later, we still haven't got the game, so there's that. As time went on, we got more and more beautiful gameplay that continued to build hype around the game. Then on October 15, 2021, we got our first release date presented here. This obviously got everyone excited that we would be getting the next generation and possibly highly influential game. However, here we are in 2023 and we still don't have the game, so what went wrong? In May 2021, they announced the game's first of many delays. A message from the developer stated, "Feeling and understanding the great responsibility that we face, with enormous gratitude in our hearts, we're pleased to announce that The Day Before is switching to the new Unreal Engine 5 technology." Of course, this is a very valid excuse. They wanted to increase the quality of the game by switching to a different engine, which would obviously help the game last longer as it wouldn't become outdated so soon. So, fair enough for this excuse. Then once again there was another delay with the release date moved to March 1st, 2023. And here we are in almost April and still no game. With this delay that happened at the beginning of this year, frustration was beginning to build and the developers began to face some heat. Not only for the game, but for the company's volunteering culture, which I actually visited their site and saw this as well and was very confused. Apparently any employee for fntastic, paid or unpaid, was considered a volunteer, and that the reason that they do this is because, and I quote, "It always tries to bring in proactive people with open hearts." I don't really know what's going on there, but definitely seems weird to me. From what I understood, that these volunteers, even if they are getting paid, they're still considered volunteers for whatever reason that is, but they do have some people working unpaid that are helping to develop this game. After having pretty much nothing for the rest of 2022, the developers were under fire to start 2023. And after almost 2 years of being at the top of the Steam wishlist page, the Day Before Steam page was removed completely. Apparently this was over a trademark issue. I guess there is an app out that is called The Day Before, but without any spaces. But yeah, if you're wondering who was making that claim, it was them. Which, understandable, obviously they had the title set as that, but this would somehow cause the game to be delayed to a date much further than expected, which is the one we have now for November 10th. At this point, many people began to call the game a scam, and I can't really blame people for being skeptical. Along with another delay, we ended up getting a 10-minute gameplay trailer to make up for it. However, the gameplay from this trailer doesn't exactly match the quality we were shown in the earlier teasers. So now here we are caught up to today, where we're waiting for the release date of November 10th. However, is the game real or is it fake? First, let's go over why they may be faking it. They could be doing this to gain a bunch of hype and a huge following to eventually just rug pull the game, but keep the audience that they hyped up through their fugazi. Which, speaking about keeping an audience, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys hit the subscribe button down below. Appreciate it if you do, but if not, it's cool. People may think that they have done it for funding, but as far as everyone knows, they aren't receiving any money to develop the game, but they are receiving volunteers who help complete work on the game for free. To me, these reasons seem like a bit of a stretch, and I don't really see them creating a fake game for this. Maybe there's another reason that I'm missing, but if it's one of these reasons, then that's just crazy to me. I genuinely believe there is a game being made by the developers, but there is definitely a chance that we keep getting the game delayed and just end up with nothing. I think we may have been scammed as far as the game not being as good as advertised, unless what we saw in that 10-minute trailer was the game but with super low settings, which I have no idea why they would do that. But as far as the delays being a stall to us just actually figuring out there is no game, I find that a little hard to believe. I think the initial delay did make sense with them switching the game to Unreal Engine 5, which just made sense to have their game with the next gen technology. The only thing that seemed as a weird excuse to me was them delaying the game 8 more months for a trademark issue, when really they didn't need that much time for that issue in particular. If they would have just came out and said like, hey, we need more time on the game, but we also are dealing with this trademark thing, but for the game too, we're going to delay 8 months, I would have been fine with that. But them using the trademark issue as an excuse for this big delay was definitely very weird. I don't get why they haven't announced or released some sort of playtest thing just so we can get our hands on the game and see that it's real and that there is something there. It might be terrible right now, but at least we could play something and see that they're not lying to us, because I mean there's a lot of people who think the game is fake, so to just confirm that it's real would benefit them, I'm sure. My conclusion is I think we will definitely be receiving the game in November. However, everyone should definitely hold that with a grain of salt. And honestly, if it does end up getting delayed further than that, then I will definitely be off the hype train and just assume it's fake. As of now, I'd consider the game being fake as just a wild conspiracy theory, but who knows, maybe the game actually is fake. But I hope on November 10th you guys are getting some gameplay videos here and not just another one of these videos. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time, love you, see ya.